This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're in Santa Monica here at the Box and Burn gym. With me, I've got former world champion Wayne McCULLOUGh. How are you, Wayne?
I'm doing good.
You alright?
Yep, I'm doing good. Enjoying the weather.
Just done one of your sessions in there with. There's a lot of people that come.
You were
to
hiding
session.
today, though. You were hiding from me today.
I've done one the other day, which
Yeah.
I wasn't really prepared for. It wouldn't have made a difference if I was prepared for it or not, because
At least you tried it.
At least I tried it.
You tried it and you did a whole time.
I was hiding. Just talk to me about the incentives for people to come here and do this, because there's a lot of people that come here and obviously have never boxed in their life or haven't done any sort of boxing training before, but what are the benefits of obviously coming here and doing this sort of workout?
Well, it's for anybody, you don't have to be a boxer. You can come and learn self-defense. You get perfect conditioning, and say you don't have to be a fighter. And everybody comes through the doors, women, children, men, older people, younger people, and they all get a full body workout from head to toe.
Yeah, I mean, when I did it here the other day. Oh, actually, I'm move out of the way here. When I did it here the other day, you took me on the pads a little while, and you must have thought I'm pretty useless, probably, didn't you, Wayne?
No, when you're working with somebody who's never done it before, it's actually a clean slate. When you work with somebody who's worked with different trainers, you might have bad habits. So you had no bad habits, so you're actually easy to learn.
Oh, okay. I'll take.
Yeah, there's no bad habits at all, so it's good.
I'll take credit from that. What else are you doing with yourself at the minute, Wayne? Obviously, I know you do these classes here, but in general, what does your day-to-day life consist of?
Every day I'm doing these box and burn classes. I told Tony Jeffries that my goal is to start training fighters again. I did it a few years back, and I want to get back into it. Working with professional boxers, and maybe I'll get a kid from scratch and bring him the whole way through.
Is that the plan? Is that something that you'd like to do?
I'd say with me going away from boxing, I never officially retired. I just sort of dwindled away and couldn't get the fights I wanted, and nobody would fight me. So I'm not saying I'd never fight again, but I love to train fighters. Eddie Fudge, my old coach, he learned me a lot. I learned under him for like 10 years, and I would love to pass on what he taught me to another kid.
I spoke to you last, obviously, before I came to LA in Vegas back in May of last year for the Mayweather fight. It's a while ago now, isn't it?
It's like weird.
Yeah. And when we were talking, you were kind of telling me that you were still open to the fact that if there was a fight out there, or if it was right for you, that you'd be interested in doing that. How are you on that now?
Well, say I work it every day. I do 2 hours working on it every single day. I keep myself in shape, and nobody's been calling me, or nobody's been saying, "Oh, you'll fight him," because I've never been on the canvas, so people know they're going to be in for a tough fight. You've got all the top guys out there. I don't call anybody out, but the top guys in Britain, it's like Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton, and then you've got the kid McDonald, who was the champion, and then you've got the what do you call it, Stuart Hall, who just won the bantamweight. And first thing I said to my wife was, I'm going back to bantamweight. I know I can do it now, because I gave up my belt years ago, but today I know how to make the weight properly. And if them guys offered me, of course I would. But
what I'm reading on Twitter at the moment is that Stuart Hall will defend his IBF bantamweight title against Martin Ward.
I know more.
In Newcastle. What are your thoughts on that?
Stuart Hall, fair play to him, he became a world champion, and I think Ward has a great chance. I really do. It's a type of fight that anybody can win. And I'm not saying he's a bad world champion. It's fair play to him for winning the world championship, but I'm just saying, McDonald was a champion, and then it stripped him the belt, and then Stuart Hall becomes champion, and then it's politics of boxing is unbelievable.
I know people might have their reservations about Hall fighting Ward, but it's nothing to do with the pair of the fighters, is it? I mean, Stuart Hall's got the belt, Martin Ward's been given the shot, so why not?
If you're given the shot, just like you said to me the other night, if somebody give me that shot again, I'll be ready. That's the problem. They know I'm ready. If I was standing here out of shape, you know what I mean? But if they know I'm in shape, they're not going to be like, call me up and say he's Ward's ready, get the opportunity, and you know what? He's going to grab it with both hands, and anything can happen. Realistically
though, do you think you will fight again?
I don't know. I'm 43 years old now, and you get the likes of Roy Jones and all fighting. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be fighting, but I've never, in any of my fights, my last few fights, I never showed that I was done. The fighters show that they're done. I didn't show that, and I couldn't get a fight after my last fight. When I was injured, I shouldn't have never took the fight. I was still winning, and I had to stop. But apart from that, I had the Larius fights, and I thought I won the first one, and the second one, I lost. It's championship level, and as I say, I'm not saying I'll never fight again, but I'm not saying I'm not going to be like, oh, I need to fight. If people are willing to fight me, whether I'm 43 years old or 50 years old, not that I'm 50, but George Foreman, my good friend, came back at 45 years old and became champion of the world again. And Antonio Tarver just came back. He's 45 after his suspension, and he's another fighter who hasn't shown signs of aging. And some of us guys been going longer, and some shouldn't be in the ring.
Is there a cut-off point now in your life? You said you're 42 at the moment. Is there
maybe when the walking stick comes out? No, yeah, it's like I always joke about it with my wife. It's the people that mention your name or say this, that, and the other, but nobody ever says, "Oh, I'd fight him." So I'm not going to be sitting around waiting for anybody because I don't expect it. And I think Eddie Hearn is the only promoter that I think over there is good for boxing. I really believe in Eddie Hearn. I think he's passionate about boxing, and his dad worked with me back in the day, and my world title defences in Belfast and Dublin, and so I respect him. And if I came back, I would love to fight under Eddie Hearn. I really would.
I speak to former fighters, ex-fighters, every now and again, and always, even if I don't think there's a realistic chance of them coming back, I always do ask them, do they think about it, and they leave the door open. But when I speak to you now, and I spoke to you back in Vegas, I can tell that you'd be quite serious about doing it. So if the opportunity comes.
As I say, I fought the 2 Larius fight, then I had that one fight, which I don't make excuses. I should never have been in the ring. I told my promoter to take me off the card, but he didn't. I stupidly took it, and I was winning the fight, and then I had to stop. But apart from that, right now I'm injury free. My hands are good. Physically, I'm in good shape, and I just actually did that Cleveland Clinic study they were doing on fighters, and Mason John asked me to do it, and Terry Norris is doing it, and I come back 100% clear, and my wife laughs at me, but I did actually come back 100% clear after all the punches I've took and all the years of fighting. I was clear, and the reason why you take that test is to try to prove that there's something wrong with you, and I've proved that there was. I'm like Jake LaMotta, he's still alive. He took a lot of shots, but you know what? He's outlived all the guys he fought, and he's still taking them, and I would like to be the same sort of guy.
Is there any part of you that thinks that you've accomplished it all and you're happy and content with what you've done in your life?
Well, you win a world championship, and you get an Olympic medal in the amateurs, you've sort of reached the top of what you can do. But as I say, I believe I was a 3-time world champion, and with Zaragoza fight and the first Larius fight, I believe, even Hamed, he ran. But apart from that, I believe I should have been a 3-time world champion. And but if it's not on paper, people say, but you're not. But if real people looked at the fights and seen, I won them fights. But I can't say I've got 3 belts. But to get one, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
All right. Well, listen, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, Wayne.
No, but it's got a Quake car friend and guys like that. I'm fans of theirs, so don't think I'm calling anybody out. I'm fans of you guys. I'm the type of guy. I fought my friends as amateurs, and fighters become friends. But I don't go around calling people out. You know what I mean? And maybe if Hamed wants to come back, well, give me a rematch.
I don't know what weight that would be.
I know, but I'll put it up. For the featherweight, I'll put it at the super featherweight. Maybe you can do that. I'll have to put on a few pounds to get the super featherweight.
Naz is good stuff. We caught up with him a little while ago.
I know. I've seen him. I've seen your interview. Naz, I a lot of respect for Naz. I think he's a good guy, and fair play to him for retiring and staying away from it. He's nothing to prove either. I've nothing to prove. He's nothing to prove. And we fought at a generation that was top guys out there.
All right. Well, listen, Wayne. Thanks for talking to IFL TV. I'll leave back to England tomorrow, so I couldn't
see a flight back.
I couldn't have left without grabbing a quick word with you. I see your daughter's in here, looking quite sharp when she was actually on the pads and that. And when I saw her the other day, she was wrapping her own hands, and I was like, I'm there waiting for Jeffries to wrap mine.
She was taught from a very young age. When she was born in Las Vegas, fight capital of the world, and I taught her how to fight when she was a kid. So she's 15 now and she knows how to do it. If you wrap your own hands, you know what you're doing.
Maybe the next Layla Ali in there. You never
Yeah,
know.
well, I always say to her, now that you have women in the Olympics, she's like, I don't want to fight. You know, just I want to learn how to fight, but I don't want to fight. Which is fine. She's a singer, so that's what she does. You got to.
Oh yeah, you played me a bit of that song earlier on. That was quite impressive, wasn't it?
Well, she got a recording contract and just did her went out to New York and did her song in the studio. So she's ready to launch out in March. So I'd rather she does that than get hit. Because I think her chin might be as hard as her daddy. That's the problem. She might like to get hit.
Alright Wayne, listen, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks,
and listen, whatever you do this year, like I said, if it's to be, it'll be, and if not, it won't be. So you know that. So continue your good work here at Box and Burn Gym, and like I said,
Thank you very much.
Any offers come in.
Oh, thanks. Anybody comes over here, just take a step in here, the Box and Burn, and the Pocket Rocket will give you a little training session.
No problem. Coogan Cassius here with Wayne McCullough for IFL TV here at the Box and Burn Gym. Thank you very much.